Hello, everybody. No, you go.
No.
See,
we usually do these separate.
but we thought in honor of it being the last show of the year,
We do them together.
and clearly it was a mistake because
No, it's
I
not.
can't get a word in edgewise.
No, you can always get a word at edgewise.
Which edge do I have to follow?
That one.
Okay, here we go. 5 minutes.
So, December's the best month of the year
Why?
because it's my birthday.
True.
And then it's Jesus' birthday.
True.
And then it's the year's birthday. That's what happens on New Year's Eve. It's the year's birthday.
Well, actually, that's the eve of the birthday, so you're thinking of January.
Well, yes, but it's the same. Like, it's
January.
1 day later.
4 minutes.
Happy New Year. It's only 3 minutes to the last episode of this entire year.
And which makes it, after this episode, a 2-year program.
Kinda. No.
Well, what do you mean?
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
see?
We were around in 2020 and 2021.
Yeah, soon to be 2021. I guess we had to do one episode in 2021 before we're, really around in it, but...
Man, this year's flown by, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. And just time's flown by. We're only about 3 minutes out.
Seems like just, 3 minutes.
I just read what you wrote there.
Yeah, you like that?
You're muted is the 2020 phrase of the year.
That's true.
I agree.
At least in my opinion.
We should talk about more 2020 phrases.
Okay, how about... 2 minutes. I thought you were going to talk.
I thought you were going to talk. You know, this doing this together thing is really fun.
Yeah, tell us, is it better? Is it worse? Do you not notice the difference? Does anyone care? Is anyone there? Are
Also-
any of us anything? Are we all just brains in a vat?
We're going to talk about that in a minute. We have a lot to talk to the audience about today.
Yeah, we hope you guys are strapped in and ready to participate because we've got a jam-packed episode that's turning the mirror on you.
It's so jammed. It's going to start so soon. And I was going to say a minute, but it's like 30 seconds now.
3 seconds.
Oh
32.
my gosh.
31.
We should just start now.
30. No, wait.
Okay.
28.
We should do this in typical New Year's style. 9, 8.
What is that? What do you?
7. Count with me.
I don't know what
6,
that means. What are you
count with
doing?
me. 5.
What, is this a thing?
4. Come on.
What is there?
3,
A bomb?
2,
There's a
no,
bomb!
no.
Everyone get out! There's a bomb!
No. Welcome, everybody. My name is Erinn.
My name is Dan.
And together we are
Riley. And this is Riley Live. It's Riley.
But it's live.
So.
It is our last episode of 2020.
And what a whirlwind year it has been.
Best year of all of our lives.
Anybody out there been watching the news this year?
I haven't.
A lot of events. A lot of things going on.
Who is excited to see 2020? Adios. And who is excited, more excited, I should say, to see 2021 arrive?
I haven't actually heard anybody raise any complaints about this year or voice their excitement for it to be over.
That's because you need new batteries in your hearing aids. But we are so excited to see all of you here today. Guys, welcome to the show. We have a packed show for you today and lots for you to do, so we hope you stick around.
If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. Thanks for being here. If you're coming back, episode after
double welcome.
like a madman
or woman,
like a fool,
or
like an insane person, well then
like
welcome
Dan.
back, and we thank you for your patronage very, very much.
Yeah, we're pumped to be here, and y'all look so rested. You know what we are, because we've had a great week, honestly, guys. So last week at this time, we were just about to premiere season's screenings, and we've had an amazing week, actually. But before we get into all that, I want to know, what is everybody having to drink out there, because this is the last official Riley Live toast of 2020.
So get them ready, guys. We've got, I know it's not technically New Year's Eve yet, but you know what? We decided, since it's not on a Tuesday, we would have our New Year's Eve drink now with you here with Corbel, which, if you haven't heard of it, is a very fine champagne from the Champagne region of France.
Yeah. Ooh, I thought you were going to make a deal out of it. I'm impressed that you popped it so well.
Thanks.
And then when you did this, I thought you were going to drink from the bottle, and I thought, don't do it. Don't do it. So we are going to be drinking champagne. It looks like my mom's out there, and she is drinking her favorite drink of choice, which is
alkaline water.
Alkaline water is ADQ. We've got some eggnog that Bruce is drinking. We've got some Coke that Sarah's drinking. Guys, go ahead and get those glasses ready, because we're going to be toasting a lot tonight to a lot of things of 2020.
This is going to be a reminiscent, reflective, sentimental, and hopefully inspiring episode. Light on the cynicism, heavy on the optimism.
Which is my kind of episode, I'm not going to lie.
And I think that describes 2020 in a nutshell anyway.
Yes.
Let's just top you off, because I know you're going to need it.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, and we are so excited to have this champagne tonight, courtesy of Terry Beckman, who is downstairs. We are actually in Minnesota right now.
Yes, we drove here from North Carolina in our little quarantine mobile.
And it's snowing.
It's snowing hard.
It's beautiful. I love it so much.
And if you're from the North Carolina or the South-ish general region in general, I know very much that if it were snowing where you were, there'd be no bread on the shelves, no milk in the refrigerators, and everyone would be losing their minds.
And up here, everybody's just going to the grocery store like normal.
It's just what happens.
I'm going to start. I'm sure you want to finish. There's so much to say, you guys, because toasting is something that has become a huge part of Dan and I's life. Honestly, we've been toasting forever.
We have a drinking problem.
No. Because every time we pour a drink, which is at least once a day, because we like to stay hydrated, and I don't mean alcohol. We don't have that every day.
No, nor does alcohol hydrate, I'm told.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I want to say toasting is so important, because celebrating.
Steve. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Steve, celebrating so important, isn't it, guys? So as you celebrate this year safely, some of you might be alone. We might be used to going to big parties, and this year we're going to be in either small parties or by ourselves. Or some people will go to big parties and die. No, and I didn't mean that. But be careful, please. Love each other. Be safe, but really enjoy whatever's around you, whether it's just you and your little puppy, whether it's just the guy you fell in love with.
If that's all you can muster, then whatever. It'll
exactly. So enjoy what you've got in front of you, for sure.
And I'd also like to say that this year has kind of redefined what it is to connect with people, I think. I think a lot of us have gotten very used to living inside of these four not walls,
screen walls,
but bezels,
scrawls.
And life in the Zoom world isn't what we're used to, but I think we've started to maybe find that the connections we're used to making day to day with people in person have been taken away, and we're now making connections with our best friends digitally in the same way that we'd be making connections with our acquaintances. And I think that there's kind of a beauty in that, because I think maybe we feel closer to our acquaintances than we have in the past. I don't know, but this episode is all about turning lemons into lemonade, and this is just the first of many of these little introspective moments.
Cheers.
Clink.
You know what? I don't have champagne very often because I don't tour with Courtney Groves anymore.
Was she a champagne?
Is.
Yeah.
But man, that's really delicious.
Wow.
I love that. So that is a lovely, lovely toast to the new year. We've been up to some really great stuff this week. So we've actually had a lot of dogs in our life this week. We got to dog sit 2 of our favorite puppies. This is Phyllis and this is Carla, not the man.
Carla is amazing. They're both amazing. Both pit bulls. They're kind of high stress, high anxiety, but they're wonderful. Carla does not like men, so we're told by the owner.
But she likes Dan.
We formed a bond to the point where every time I would sit down, she'd come and plop her little piggy behind right on my lap and
which
sit
is
there.
So sweet.
We
love our doggies. This is Emmy. Also, that's my new avocado sweatshirt given to me by the one and only Dan for Christmas. This is also Emmy and the crevice of Dan, which is the cutest thing I have ever seen.
Emmy was supposed
life.
to be a guest tonight, but she was too antsy, and
literally
we threw her out
during
during
the
the
intro.
theme song.
We were like, time to go. But dogs have been a huge thing. In fact, Diet Dew. We know.
I hear that's your MO, Philip.
Dogs have been our life for such a long time. Our dog,
not that long, really.
True. But they've been a part of our lives forever, I suppose. But this year, I would say, has brought more dogs and more love into our life. And we've seen so many doggies this week, and it's made us really happy.
Our cup runneth over with dog.
Our dog, Billy's dog, our dog, Jake the Snake, got an entire rotisserie chicken for Christmas, which he absolutely loved.
Yes, he did.
I miss that doggie so much. It's only been a day, and I don't know what I'm going to do without it.
It's been a couple days now, really.
Oh, yeah, true. I guess I'll be fine then.
Yeah.
But we had a lovely time also this week watching seasons screenings. Shout out to everyone out there who is in season screenings and watching tonight. There's several of you.
Watching tonight? Oh, watching this tonight.
Yeah. Well, we hope you might watch this. This is still available online, you guys. This is our cast party from the show.
Once again, inside those 4 bezels, there is everybody not everybody was there, but a lot of our friends were there. And this is, again, it was just really fun to see everybody. If you haven't seen the movie yet, I think you'll like it.
I do too.
If you watch the show every week, there's not really a reason not to watch that, because it's about the same length as one of these episodes, and it's a little bit more well-produced, I think.
A little bit, yeah. It took about 200 hours of editing.
So,
it was so much fun to see everybody online. I got to tell you, after the show, one of the things that Dan and I struggle with is we don't get feedback as digital performers as much. You guys commenting gives us life. Like Carrie saying that, thank you so much.
My thing is, my love language is words of affirmation. And in fact, I thrive on them. And if I don't get them, I cripple into a ball of despair and I think I'm worthless. So no pressure. But if you don't give me compliments, I might die.
So that's really sweet.
Is it?
You're very tall and handsome, by the way, and also very well spoken.
I love 2020.
Oh, you guys, speaking of 2020, we have so many things in store for you tonight. So stick around. We've got some amazing people lined up that have told us their 2020 successes. And yes, I know that that's a rarity out there, but it's actually not. You'd be surprised at how many people have learned to adapt. And we will be showing you that for sure.
Yeah, that's a big part of what we're going to be talking about today.
Yep. And now it's time for the Dan Beckman
Thanks,
photography.
Jack Murphy. I don't know why hers is any less great. I guess you just prefer gold.
You know what? It's the suit with the top hat.
Yeah.
Dress with the top hat's just not.
And
as
you can't
exciting.
tell, but this is a fine shade of burgundy.
It is. I love burgundy. It's one of my favorite colors of red.
She doesn't stop talking about burgundy.
I don't stop talking in general.
True.
All right, so Dan Beckman Photography picture of the week is coming at you right now. For those of you who don't know, DB over here, Dan Beckman, is a phenomenal photographer.
I like to take pictures. This is my buddy and a former guest on the show. In fact, he was on last week. His name is Ben Stasny. We chose this as the picture because I guess it was 2 years ago now, just over or just under, somewhere around there. He and I and a friend of his named Maggie took a road trip through Colorado and took some of the, I took awesome pictures and had an awesome time. We just rented a car and we just went.
Wow.
We didn't make a plan. We just drove. We kind of let the wind blow us around.
That's my favorite way to travel.
Very hippie. We had a great time. And I felt like this picture that we took of Ben really kind of captured the feel of the whole experience. And he was a guest last week, and we actually he was in town visiting his parents here in Minnesota today.
And we got to see him in a garage, and it was freezing.
We sat 6 feet apart in a garage here in Minnesota today. It's about 10 degrees. We drank coffee. We hung out, and it was really good to see him.
I think that picture also like kind of captures how I feel about the universe. Genuinely, I saw that, and I was like, that is how I feel. I feel very small, and
the universe is a man on his back. In a parking lot.
No. The man looking at the universe is me. Well, it's actually Ben, but you know what I mean.
Do you have something you want to tell me?
No.
Things are going to get weird in 2021.
Speaking of weird, I would like to play a ding-dong game for a change.
Okay, yeah, so here's the thing. Erinn she's been planning all of these episodes because I've been in the cans editing. It's time
and he doesn't mean the bathroom. He actually means the cans, which is like headphones.
Though I've done a healthy amount of both.
That's true.
For those of you who are wondering. And so it is time for Erinn to finally get to play a game. We do not have a guest in the traditional sense today because we wanted to spend some more time with you guys, but we do have 5 people, viewers, friends, lovers, perhaps, joining us. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Joining us, and they have some words to share. But since we don't have a guest in the traditional sense, we can spend more time goofing off with you, and we're going to play a game now that we all love. Well, all of us, meaning at least the two of us.
One of my favorite games for sure.
One of my favorites, and it can't be done without you. If you've seen the show, you know how it's played. But either way, it's
draw.
Oh.
Draw Punk is the game of the season, and it's probably my favorite game of the year, which is why we chose to play right now. What we need from you in the audience, in the comments, is type something you would like us to draw.
But we're doing it with a twist. Instead of just typing something, we're going to play the 2020 edition of Draw Punk. So anything that's very 2020, start putting those things in the comments. How this game is played is Erinn and I will put 30 seconds. I guess we do 60 seconds because 30 seconds is way too short.
That's
so
true.
It's 60 seconds, but it's twice as long. So, okay. And we're going to draw, and you guys are going to vote on who did the best job. Erinn is still, after I don't even know how many times we played this game, playing this game, the victor, the consistent winner of this game.
It is true, but you know, things could change. I don't know if it's going to be today, but things could change.
2021 will be the year of change.
That's true. That is absolutely true. And so go ahead and type in some things that you would like for us to draw, and then you're going to be able to vote on the winner after 60 seconds. Get 60 seconds on the clock, Dan.
Okay, I think I see a good option here of a thing to choose, but let's let some more suggestions pour in the meantime.
Oh, this is exciting. Oh, we got a draw Ben Stasny.
Okay, that's great. Steve Barth knows Ben because he put him into my life.
If I drew Ben, I would have to draw a caricature so big it would not fit on one piece of paper.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of rude.
I don't mean big in a... Ben, if you're watching...
The damage is done.
I think you're very handsome.
We're going to be drawing for our first round toilet paper, which is suitable to 2020 in more ways than 2.
Get set and draw, punk. All right, toilet paper. Now, Dan, I have it on good authority that toilet paper is one of your favorite things in the world.
I don't know if it's one of my favorite things, but I definitely use it more than most things.
I absolutely agree with that. I am going to have a backstory to my toilet paper.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the backstory?
Oh, you'll see. It's the backside story, actually. Hey, get it. No, you don't get it. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. This is the first time I've ever drawn toilet paper. Okay, that was a great suggestion. True? Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, I feel like I'm done already, and I still have 24 seconds
left.
Well,
I'm spending time on the shading, so
chill out here. I feel confident with my drawing, and sometimes I overdraw. So I'm just gonna sit here and entertain you, maybe tell you a couple jokes about, let's see. Why did the cops stink? because he was on duty. It's a toilet paper joke for you if you've ever heard one. And 3, 2, time is up.
Well, you're going to regret the fact that you didn't use every second. Let that be some of the criteria you guys apply as you're watching her arrogantly sit there watching me do
No. I was trying to entertain. I wasn't trying to be arrogant.
I didn't mean it.
Okay,
I thought we were just had a nice kind of witty banter going on.
Oh, yes. I was being arrogant.
Let's
That's
put our
witty.
Hey, put your name on the top so people don't get confused.
Oh,
or your initial.
Erinn. I'm going to put an E.
I'm going to put a D.
All right. And I'm going to circle my E.
Okay, guys. And we need just I'm going to get this to tally scores.
Okay.
Now you entertain while I tally.
You entertain while I tally. You know why Dan said that? Because I get so distracted that I never tally things correctly.
She's not our numbers person, and I really shouldn't be the numbers person either, but there we have it. So
all right.
Now let your votes pour in as you decide who drew the best toilet paper.
Oh, wow, you have some shading on yours.
Well, I told you.
Now, I'd like to tell you something, though. Your toilet paper is sitting on the floor, Dan. It's sitting on the floor, and
as opposed to floating in a
my
timeless
toilet
void.
Paper is actually not just floating, but it is flying through the air with excitement to get to the new year. My toilet paper is full of life and cannot wait for the next thing that it gets to touch. I love it.
We've only got 3 votes in so far, and part of that's probably because of the lag. But also, I think you guys need to get your rear ends in gear, Rens.
Hey, get it? Yeah, go ahead and put those votes in for Dan or Erinn. No ties allowed, Rosemary.
We've got a really even game going so far.
Ooh, I'm very excited.
As Erinn pulls into the lead with the last few votes in. Oh, my.
Dan's is used, Susan Rapier
My
says.
name is in that comment, so I'm counting it as a point towards me.
Oh, Susan, be careful what you say on this show. That's not a vote.
I don't think anybody has to be careful what they say in the show anywhere because David set a new precedent when he came on and dropped the big old Effenheimer.
Thanks, Carrie. Thanks, Bruce.
It's a close
Thanks,
game,
Dolly.
guys. Every
Thanks,
vote
Adrian.
counts here. This is not an electoral college situation.
Cross the 2 and it would be perfect. That's so nice, Sarah. Look at that.
What does that mean?
That means that if you put our 2 toilet papers together, it would be the perfect toilet paper picture. That's what I took it as, at least.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's not shading. And Myra says, Dan has shading. Erinn has the paper breaks. Let me see the paper breaks.
I do have the paper
Okay,
breaks.
that is cool. I will have to say
And
that.
I finished mine 30 seconds earlier. I know that doesn't matter. It's just a fact.
Well, I think they seem to agree with you anyway because once again, Erinn has won the first round of Draw Punk.
Woo!
I really thought I was.
Edition.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Hey guys, if you have advice and feedback for me on how I can do better in this game in your eyes,
You can draw better.
I can draw better.
You can have a better backstory.
I can study art. I can do better backstory. I can
You
pay
not
you all
care who
out.
wins or loses.
I can slip you all. I don't really care.
Yeah, see?
I don't care.
Next suggestion. What is it going to be, folks? I am so excited about this.
Let's see. And see to bring them all in. Let's see. What else is very... here we go.
Kayla Berry's here. Hi, Kayla.
Here's Kayla Berry's here. And here is speaking of Kayla Berry, her interpretation of 2020.
Is a dumpster
and
fire.
We're going to draw that right now.
Ooh, that's going to be challenging.
Is it?
I don't think I've ever seen a dumpster fire, so I'm going to have to just...
But you can imagine. You've seen a dumpster?
Yeah.
You've seen a fire?
Mm-hmm.
Then you are equipped to draw.
All right. Well, we'll
a
see what
dumpster
happens.
fire.
60 seconds is on the clock. On your mark.
Get set.
And draw. Punk. All right. The size of the dumpster does not matter, does it, Dan?
Well, I think after a certain point, if it gets too small, it's just a trash can.
That's a good point.
Thanks.
Is your dumpster going to have a lid?
I'm not disclosing that information.
Oh, I see. I see. Dumpster fire. You know, I have respect for all of you who have survived the dumpster fire of 2020.
Yeah, good job, everybody. We're all here. We're all alive.
I am really excited about...
I used to play this game much more creatively, but now I'm just not because it seems because we have a lot of traditionalists when it comes to Draw Punk, I think, and I don't want to sully my chances at victory. I don't really care who wins.
Ooh, I don't want to
and I'm
mold
happy
my
that you're the
chances.
victor. I really like that you're the victor. There's something nice about you being the consistent winner of this game.
Oh, yeah?
But at the same time, you know, like I said, I need the validation of others to do well. So
3, 2, 1, and time is up. Go ahead and put the initial.
I'm putting
on the
mine
top
underneath
of
because there's
your
no room on top.
page.
I've overdone it on the
isn't.
fire.
Well, we're gonna see.
By the way, guys, we're looking at launching a new season of Riley. We're at episode.
Not just
Actually, we're not talking about State Farm Life Insurance, but if you want to sponsor us, we'll slip you right in. If you know what I'm saying. So we're launching a new season of Riley. We're trying to bring the tech up to a new level, new lighting. We actually just got a grant
for a studio at home
to bolster our studio to make this a better experience for all of you. So we'll ask you later. But if you start thinking about things you'd like to see in the show, technically or entertainmentally,
what would make your Tuesday nights better? That's what I want to know. In the meantime, you're going to get ready to vote for these.
But the reason I said that was that when we play Drop Punk, hopefully we'll have another camera and you can actually see us drawing, so there won't be like 60 seconds of dead air.
And here they are. We've got 2 dumpster fires.
So you can see which one is which, because one has a D and one has an E. Let those votes pour in, baby.
Now, Dan's dumpster fire is actually a flaming inferno, and I love it. Mine has someone inside. And since it's 2020 dumpster fire, I thought that was appropriate.
Wow, that is dark. And I hope they punish you for that like they punish me.
I wanted to put an exclamation point behind help, but we were out of time. So.
I put a bunch of razors and poison in a Halloween bag, and people did not like that.
I also put a lot of garbage on the floor because so many times people shoot for the dumpster and then they miss. And
We've got a dead tie right now.
Ooh, a dead tie.
It just broke.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Abby, streaming on Twitch is something we are going to start doing, yes.
Yay. We're going to try lots of things next
year. We are dead tied again, guys. This is exciting. Are you excited?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
You know what else I'm excited for?
What?
After the show is over, we get to eat tacos.
Yeah, man.
So we're going to end in about 4 minutes.
Now, either Kay voted for you or she put a big smile.
She calls me D because we're on a first letter.
That's what I call
on a first compliment basis.
I like that.
You guys.
All right, votes are done. What do
are they
we
done?
have? They
are done. You want to give them another couple seconds?
No, I think we're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That means that I won the dumpster fire round of rileyLive.
If anyone was going to win a dumpster fire, it would be you. Now, this is great. You know why? Because we always play 3 rounds, and now it's a genuine.
This always happens, though. This always happens. It's always a tie, and then you sweep it away. Now, I will say, these rounds, first one you won by 3, and I had 5. This one I won by 7, and you had 5. 8 and 5, 7 and 5. These are way closer rounds.
They are
than they have been.
All right, so we have one more 2020 draw punk, and this is the last time we will draw this entire year.
This is great. Okay, we have to do this one.
Okay.
Josh, to keep them coming in, maybe someone can beat the one that I want to play right now. We are going to have a green screen. We are going to have good lights. We are going to have a second camera. It's going to be great. It's going to be a party. We're going to have background music. We're going to do the whole shebang, baby. And yes, we will have a Twitch channel. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Twitch, I think we're also
it looks like this.
That's also true. We're also going to have a Discord. So if you aren't familiar with Twitch or Discord, get familiar because we're going that way, baby.
Yeah, we are. All right. What are we going to be drawing today?
For our final round of Draw Punk, the tie-breaking round and the last round of Draw Punk to be played in 2020, we're drawing Murder Hornets.
Okay. Here we go. 60 seconds on the clock.
Are you ready?
Draw.
Oh.
All right. Okay, I just got so concentrated. I literally forgot what we were doing. I was so excited.
I'm so concentrated too. I can't
even talk. I apologize,
narrate.
Guys. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, because this is a big deal. I've got big plans for this round.
Okay, come on, everybody. When I say everybody, I mean myself drawing as fast as I humanly can. Oh my gosh. I didn't even hear about Murder Hornets until we went to the grocery store one day and we were checking out and the guy was like, man, this year's been crazy. Did you hear about those Hornets? And I thought he was talking about that baseball team. The Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets? Baseball? Oh, time's up.
Okay, time is up.
This is not...
I am very happy with my results.
Keep in mind, there's not a lot of time for detail work when you're working in a 60-second time frame.
Okay.
But I have a feeling in my heart, my name. I didn't cheat.
Oh, I'm going to write...
Not my name.
Write your initial? Okay.
My initial. So, guys, I
really,
really think that if I've ever had a chance to win Draw Punk, it's this time now.
We will see.
Let me get the tally. So, the winner of Murder Hornets, let the votes pour in. right now.
Okay. So we have dude, I really like both of these. I want to make
Don't
sure.
clip off of.
Sorry, I'm trying to. Guys, it's
you
harder
can
than
pull
it
back
looks.
from the camera a little bit,
There
and
we
then
go.
there you go. Look at that.
Okay.
Murder hornets.
So
all right.
As you can see, now I will point out. Susan said murder hornets. You drew a murder hornet. I drew several murder hornets, including a lead.
I guess that's true. And if that's the reason I lose, I'll be very sad.
But go ahead and pour your votes in for either Dan or Erinn. This is our last draw punk of the entire.
My heart is racing so fast, I think I might have a conniption.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Dolly Bujma just voted for you and didn't just say Dan, but she said Dan.
I saw that. She was very enthusiastic about it.
With 3 exclamation points. I'm glad you still love me, Steve. I think that Dan's is pretty baller. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I'm in the lead right now. Don't let that influence your votes. I mean, I don't know who's in the lead, but it's
Bruce
actually a 1 point differential.
You got a vote because Adrian was upset for me calling his Hornets a
Dina
baseball
Trout
team.
slides into the DMs on the.
Hey, where's my mother's vote? I need my
she
mom.
voted for you already.
Oh, okay. She always votes for
you
me.
guys.
I love
This
you,
is
Mom.
epic. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You guys. Oh my God.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty happy right now. The votes are done, guys. The votes are done.
I just won drop on. Yeah.
This is great.
Roll that sweet, sweet victory slide.
Where is it? It's your. You've been waiting for that for so long.
You guys.
I'm really proud of you. Julie Sterling just voted for me. Julie, you were a day late and like 20 votes short. Good job, Dan. You not only won, you slayed. You slayed just like Santa.
I'd like to thank, first of all, God. Second of all, Satan. Nah, I'm kidding. You can't say that on TV.
Not on our TV.
Okay.
But you know what? There was a really funny meme about dyslexics the other day, and there were a bunch of Satan worshipers, and Santa Claus showed up, and he was like, darn you. I think you had to be there.
That's not at all how it went, but you get the joke.
Yeah, it's funny. All right, y'all. I am so excited.
Wow.
Congratulations, Dan. As Carrie says, congratulations. Congratulations. I'm
and
proud of
Adi
you.
keeps making sure I'm always looking fresh.
You are looking fresh, just like the Prince of Bel-Air. I don't know.
If there is a pinnacle of hip, it looks like Aaron Dirth.
Thank you. That's so nice. I appreciate that.
Yo, Dan, show some emotion.
Yo,
no,
Dan.
I'm stoic, and I'm a typical mid-century male.
That's true, but nah. Typical? I would call you many things. Typical is not one of them.
Aw.
Neither is short.
Thanks.
Guys, we have had an amazing year, and we want to wonder. We want to wonder. We want to wonder. We want to wonder in it all. We want to share with you a little recap of our year, and then we want to hear from you all the things that you've been doing.
Yeah.
And then we have some really special people that we have heard from that have made the most of 2020, in my opinion. And it hasn't been easy, but it has been absolutely beautiful and worth it. And it just makes me really, really happy.
We're going to talk about this a little bit later on. We're trying to be inspirational a little bit on the show and just kind of pass on some of the things. I feel like we're really.
That sounded funny. We're trying to be inspirational.
I didn't mean it that way. What I mean is, like, I think that Erinn and I are very happy people, and I see a lot of unrest and unhappiness in the world. And I think that part of what we want to do is to just help share strategy to happiness.
Because
I guess.
There's nothing special about us at all. It's just literally like what I say at the end of every show, and I won't say it today. I'll say it now. I truly believe that attitude is everything. And I really believe that you can get into your own mind no matter what is happening out there. Like, I'm going to learn my NBA teams, DQ, and I'm going to have a good attitude about it. You can always control your attitude, and you can always control your effort. You can't control anything else. So try hard. And I know it's challenging. Trust me, I do know. But try hard not to worry about the things you can't control, because it'll only cause you pain. And honestly, you don't deserve it. I don't care who you are. You deserve to be happy. Period.
There's actually, just branching off of that. And by the way, this is now, the rest of this episode is an open forum and a discussion. So if you guys have any thoughts that you'd like to share, put them in the chat, because we want to talk to you guys. I find a lot of the strategies used for people who are in recovery for addiction and things like that to be very useful. And they find really good, engaging ways to break down successful life patterns.
Absolutely.
You said controlling, not worrying about the things you can't control. The serenity prayer, right?
Oh,
God grant me the strength to I should have prepared this.
It doesn't matter exactly what the words are, but the idea.
It's accept the things I cannot change, the strength to change it, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Yep, absolutely.
And those things are, look at right here. This is something we say at the end of every episode. And
I'm pretty sure you learned it from this dude too.
Erinn takes talks about this from an attitude perspective. I usually add in the effort perspective because that's my dad's approach to volleyball coaching in life. But there's something to be said about taking things one step at a time and really knowing the difference between what you can control and what you can't. And one of our inspirational guests from later on has something to say about that too. So we'll talk about that then too.
Absolutely. But let's do a quick recap of the year because you know what? I have to tell you, of all the years, this year has been the one that has jarbled in my brain the most. We love you, ADQ.
Yeah.
Love you too, Carrie. Love all of you. Honestly, we do love all of you. You have no idea. We are here because we want to share a fun time with you. And every single Tuesday, it doesn't matter how busy we are, how tired we are, how emotionally drained we are. It's absolutely beautiful that we get to share this time with you guys. Colton, I love you too. You're amazing. Colton was It's a Wonderful Life guy in our movie last week. And if you have not seen it, you need to.
And also a dear childhood friend. Definitely spent many late nights playing video games and making movies. My first filmmaking partner was Colton Brooks.
That's amazing. And look at that. This is still, you're still making movies all these years later.
This is stool. She says as she holds up a steaming pile of feces.
So we've had a great year. We actually started in January. Remember how different life was?
This is kind of what it looked like.
So we got to go on a cruise with our family. We actually went on a cruise. Both of our families were there. This is us ordering pizza at
poolside.
The poolside. It was a on-board thing that they had. It was
this was a Carnival cruise. So
look at all those fun people.
Quick aside, and this is again, the rest of this episode is totally free form. We're just gonna hang out with you guys,
so
talk
to
about some things.
us.
Yeah, let us know what you're thinking. We went on a Carnival cruise, and having worked on Seabourn, which if you don't know what Seabourn is, it's a high-class luxury liner cruise, small ships, 400-ish passengers. People are paying about an average of $1,000 a day just to be on that ship.
That's not the one we were on.
So there's a little bit of a nasal upturn about lines like Carnival, which are more budget lines. I got to tell you, I don't know if I've ever had more fun in my entire life than being on a Carnival cruise ship with this woman and our family.
And our friends, all of our friends. We had so many veterans there from Letters from Home. My mom was there. His mom was there. Our entire, it was just great.
Yeah.
We love you, Carrie. I got to tell you, the fact that we could go from being 100% social in the middle of a nightclub, dancing with Dan on my back, pretending to be an eagle on the back of me, to our room and totally quiet.
It is the perfect,
like that.
The perfect situation. It's the perfect situation. I love it. And
if you want to cruise, travel with Jan is my mom's business.
Hey, roll that sponsor slide.
Hey, I'll work on that for you, Mom. She should be a sponsor. She hosts this show more times than anyone else since we have very sad internet.
I don't know. He was some guy who kept following us around. He ate dinner a lot with us too.
You know what else happened in 2020 before COVID? We had a couple of amazing weddings.
Yes, we did. That's my buddy Ian Benjamin and his wife, and now my buddy. Well, not really. I met him just marginally before her.
There are my buddies too.
But they're mine more.
Yeah, they are.
They're mine.
But they're ours now, honey.
This is their wedding in New York, which we also served as we were a groomsman. And also the photographer and I guess
we were a groomsman. Did you hear how he said that?
we are Marshall.
This was the most fun wedding. This cake took place 2 weeks before COVID started, and then another wedding. This is my mom and Billy's wedding. This was one of the most special days of my entire life. This most special weeks of my life. This is Dan and Mom preparing cupcakes for the wedding.
I wasn't on cupcake duty. I believe if you go back, I was chopping broccoli.
Oh yeah, my mom made her own wedding cupcakes
peppers
because she's that kind of an amazing woman. This is me and Maggie getting sauced at Mom's bachelorette party.
Chuck tees are all I wear, and it's part of my brand.
Yeah, so you can bet that's going to happen.
Yep.
And then this is Dan chauffeuring Mom and Billy.
Driving to the airport.
You know, we weren't going to talk about this now, but we also got engaged this year.
Oh, yeah. That's something that we did.
There's my dad's wedding ring. Well, it's my wedding ring now.
It's your dad's proposal ring to your mother. Is that what they're called? Proposal rings?
That's what they're called.
A proposal ring sounds like somebody who's like opens a laundromat, but then like marries people in the shadows after hours.
It does. Oh my God. I love that. You know, people are asking us, when's the date? We're not setting a date because we really want to have everyone there in person. And when I say everyone, I genuinely mean all of you are going to be invited.
We're genuinely trying to find a way to have a wedding in a venue and in a manner that we can just say, open invitation. Anybody who wants to come can come. I don't know how realistic that is because I don't know anything.
But you know what? We love everyone that we meet, and you all become a part of us. Like Carrie Schweikart, I'm going to point you out. We did not meet you in person until distanced a couple weeks ago, and we've known you for weeks. And I feel like you're a part of our family. And this goes for so many of you that I've met, that I've known. And every time I meet any of you, Steve Barth, you're one of my favorite humans. I told.
Got it.
Yeah, we have a new comment button, guys. Have you seen it?
This is cool? An update from Studio. Look how slick that graphic is. It's minimalist and modern. And check this out.
Ready? Ooh,
animation.
Nice. I'm so excited.
Wait, have you never been to a wedding?
Well, I hope ours is the first.
You're coming to ours.
It might be a while though, guys, because we are going to wait till the world opens up.
We want to be able to have everybody there and have a good time.
So please stay healthy, wear your masks, and let's get over this together so we can freaking get married. I'm just kidding. I'm not in a rush. Then March happened, which was when everything else happened, and we decided to, oh, Terry, that's so sweet, make lemonade out of lemons.
Quite literally, as we started Spring Theater's digital performance project, which kicked off with basically about 100 actors and singers creating a music video for Alex Boyer's tune Lemonade, which I quite enjoy, and you can find on YouTube. If you want to find out more, just get in touch with us.
Yeah. We've also done several letters from home shows, but not in person like normal. Last year, we did 165 shows across several states, and we also toured in France. This year, we did shows in our backyard.
You may not wear a shirt.
Oh, I think, Matthew, you can wear whatever you want.
Our slogan for the wedding will be no shirts, no shoes. Nope.
No shirt, no shoes, no problem. I bet that's the favorite song. Yeah. Oh, for my friends out there that grew up in North Carolina with me, this man doesn't know country songs, and every time I sing a lyric, he laughs and thinks I'm joking. Then he realizes it's a country song.
I'm working on it, bro. Look, I have boyish facial hair. Leave me alone.
So this year's also been crazy. We've done a lot of in-studio things. This was Lock-In, our feature film that so many of you were in that's watching. This was one of our cast meetings. Somebody shot that screenshot during a cast meeting, and then it ended up in our proposal video that Dan made for me.
That's right.
It exploded my heart because this is how I felt all year long. I felt like we have a lot of love through the screen, and that's because of all of you guys, by the way. So I just absolutely love that. And then we had opening. That's Dirt, Bruce. I don't know why I just gave you a Southern accent, Bruce. You don't have one.
Nope.
We had an opening night of Lock-In. People were on the red carpets in their own home. This is the Thackers, some of my favorite people who own a Muppet right there, a living Muppet.
Mm-hmm. Lock-In, of course, being our first foray into socially distanced cinema. We learned a lot from that process. I'm still very proud of that film. If you feel like watching it or tuning into it, it's 2.5 hours long, but
it's really fun, honestly.
It was really our effort to kind of try and parallel some of the hardship that people were feeling from being isolated during the very early stages of the COVID lockdown.
Yeah. Remember when we thought it was all going to be over in like April? Okay, I'm not going to lie. The love that's pouring in right now is making me
It's the best part.
I am so happy.
This is the best moment of my entire life.
Aw. This is our socially distanced summer camps that we had at Spring Theater.
Theater camps. We did acting, we did singing, we did dance, and we all did it in masks 6 feet apart, which was both wonderful and strange.
You know what? Honestly, you thought it was going to be a lot stranger.
I thought it was going to be kids rolling up and getting dropped off in 5-minute segments by their parents, us taking their temperature, making sure their masks are lining up to stand on the X 6 feet apart.
Well, that's what it was.
But it turns out that it works out really well when people are starved for a social and a creative outlet. And we're so glad we did that.
miss hugs. Don't get me wrong. I miss hugs like crazy. But people are the best. Oh, Christine, you're the best. Everybody, I love you all. Yeah, our socially distanced camps were super fun. We've also done some other weird things this year. Some
of them not pictured.
Oh, hey, no.
What?
That's true, because I had to cut down the pictures. This is one of our new jobs with two of our friends, Janie and Ashley. We actually are actors for Wake Forest and High Point University, and we go in and we pretend to have things wrong with us. We might have cancer, or we might have gum disease,
or they might be doing a checkup on our medications. We basically go in there and pose to help train the medical students on bedside manner and interactions between. And I gotta be
honest, it's super fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it's a really, really, really good time. It's amazing. I miss kissing the guys. Yes, I do. All of the guys except this one.
We've done a lot of photography sessions. I would say that I've probably taken on more clients. I say we because Erinn really,
he takes all the pictures. I just hustle the business a little.
Without Erinn, there is no me in the eye of the public.
Oh, I see. That's true.
Or as you see me now, no. I would be a quivering ball of anxiety, depression, and cynicism in New York City, just withering away and waiting to die.
Nah, that's not true.
No, You're but I wouldn't be as happy.
Person I know. Well, company is everything. I'm grateful to have you for sure. This was one of her photography sessions, guys. It's been really fun. He's done portraits and headshot sessions and
senior pictures.
Yeah, it's been really a good time to get some.
That's one of our spring kids, Parker, all grown up, and we did his.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this.
We also filmed I don't want to call it a movie. It was a short for Wake Forest University's students, and we got to pretend to be spies and news anchors and all sorts of things.
That was for their virology students, which was just schlocky, cheesy fun with great people.
They put so much effort into their students. You guys, Wake Forest is an incredible school. I'm so grateful to be so close to it and to have the opportunity to work and help them.
I want to highlight this comment and say that I agree with you, Liz, to the point where I think it's her greatest asset to humanity is the fact that you tell people that they're better than they are so that they rise to the occasion of being as good as you say.
That is not true. I tell people what I see. I just tell people what I see. I don't lie. I don't exaggerate. And I maybe I see it, but it's
well, you're I call her a soul gardener because
I love that, by the way.
She's great at many things, but bar none, the best thing she's good at is bringing out the best in the hidden beauty or she moves the blocks that people put in their own way to get as good. Did I just spit on you?
No, I'm just getting really red.
Oh.
But Liz is a person that is one of the best. She's amazing. Oh, Pam, that's amazing. I loved Parker's headshots. He's also a handsome young boy. He is a boy that makes me
he's a handsome young boy.
Parker's that sounded wrong.
Well, I didn't say it. I just repeated it.
Mented in that way. Mented.
What meant? I was talking about Hansel and Gretel.
I didn't eat anything today, and I just had half a glass of champagne.
I'm with you, and I've had 2 glasses of champagne.
But what I was going to say about Parker's, he's an incredible dude.
Yep.
You guys, you are making me feel so special. I'm going to just...
we're giving her a big head.
Tell you, this is Dan editing a radio play. We got to be a part of 2 radio plays this year. One he directed with Meredith Stevens and Jim McKenney. And one we were in, directed by Meredith Stevens. And that one is actually up for a radio festival something in Virginia. I'm not sure.
It's in a radio festival in Virginia. Yeah. And by Virginia, she means California.
Oh, is it California?
Yep.
Cool.
The other West Coast Sunshine State.
Oh, man. Also, this year, we've tried really hard to get into places that can't have entertainment. So this is us filming our show called Duet that is currently in retirement facilities all over the country. And this is us filming our Letters from Home show that we actually did for Veterans Day. And we also have a version that is available for retirement communities as well, which has been super duper fun.
By the way, this isn't just meant to be a segment of like, look at us. This is more meant to be a recap of the things that it's a precursor to the message of the show. If you guys have stuff that you've done that you wouldn't have done if not for the pandemic lockdown,
go ahead and type it in here. Tell
us in the comments. This is not supposed to be masturbatory or anything like that. This is just... What?
That just seems like a dirty word for rileyLive.
I think it's not. I think tell us in the chat. I don't think that's a dirty word. I think it's more of a
growing up in the South, words that you use on a regular basis are more dirty than words that I grew up using. For instance, the D word, which I'm not going to say.
Damn.
It's another 4-letter D word, but it's
the
not
one
damn.
That one confuses me.
That is a very, very dirty word in my books. But in other places I've traveled around the country, it's not a dirty word. But
I didn't realize, like, that's so sweet. And she's right downstairs because we're at her house and she's making tacos, which is, again, I sorry to keep bringing the tacos up, but look, come on.
But we're excited about tacos. So many great things. We want to know all the things that you've done. Steve Barth, who's watching tonight, did a show with us outside. I can't believe how much that man does. You want to talk about a community man?
You and Steve,
That's Steve.
You and Steve remind me very much of each other, and you're two of my favorite people on planet
I
Earth.
love Steve. Like I adore him. He's one of the best things you've ever brought into my life.
ADQ, I probably wouldn't have met you. The first time I met you, we didn't really even talk, but we were in that Zoom Fest show, and now you're a pretty big part of my life, and I know Erinn's as well.
Yeah. Speaking of life, a couple things. First of all, this was Steve's show that he produced of Letters from Home outside. He took an entire park that usually holds 900 audience members and spray painted
900. They're usually like 2,400.
Well, more than we had, and spray painted 6 feet socially distanced places for people to come and sit, and got a sound system and got lights and like put so much effort into giving something to the community. And I love that more than anything.
Literally, he was making boatloads of money working in New York City, a city that he loves, and he came home to his hometown of Kearney, Nebraska, to serve his community. And what an amazing guy, and what an amazing thing to do. Yeah. His company, by the way, is called Crane River Theater. Check them out. They do amazing work. They're a second home to me. I've done more shows there than with any other theater company.
If you're anywhere near Nebraska, go see a show. Not now, they're shut down, but soon. And even, oh my God, what is
your God?
Steve, I love you. Even if you're not near Nebraska, make them a donation, because they're doing this amazing thing where they're trying to get
make them a donation
from 50 states. And I think they've already done quite considerably well, but it's amazing. It's amazing. Just good stuff all around. Talk about making lemonade out of lemons. And you know what else all of us could do? All of us. And we have spent more time in the great outdoors.
Not as much as we'd like, honestly, because we were very busy this year, but the moments that we found to spend outside
were some of my favorite. Oh my gosh, do you guys know what those things are? Those are burrs. We went hiking on the way to Crane River Theater. We were taking our time getting there and being safe. And oh my God, look at that. I accidentally brushed up against a bush, and I got all of those on my shirt, and they wouldn't go away for the longest time. And it was awesome. I think they're so cool. I just love it so much. This is a sunflower field that I got.
Erinn took that picture. It's my favorite picture she's ever taken.
I just snapped it.
Yeah, but you got a better picture than I did that day. Don't tell my clients.
Goes to show that sometimes being in the right place at the right time is better than having the fanciest camera and the best brains like you.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
I mean that
I am a master of Southern accents. Right now, I'm doing Droopy Dog.
That
goes to Georgia and opens up an apothecary where he serves all his local community.
I mean, that's not really a Southern accent. If you want to go totally Southern, you got to put it raw in the front of your mouth.
Southern accents are I think, the easiest accents to grasp.
Oh, do you now?
I do. You can do the Carolina Outer Banks. Have you seen my red sweatshirt? Or you can go to Georgia where they're a little bit more like, as Andy says in The Office, like molasses coming pouring up. What?
This is not part of what we were going to say. I've just been watching The Office for the first time, and it's wonderful. Okay, these are other pictures of us outside. And then this is the new, I want to say my word of the year has been fishing. Dan Beckman brought fishing into my life, something I never would have tried. That was so exciting. I literally squealed so much. All of the people at Winston Lake where I caught that were coming to see me. This was caught in our backyard. Literally, we walk out the backyard. We go in.
When she says literally, she means mostly literally.
No, literally. We walk out of our back door, walk, and I caught that fish.
That's like when I walk out of my back door, walk, and I'm at Walgreens.
Well, either way.
Wait, what was that picture of Miley?
Dogs.
That's my baby
This
Miley.
Is the other thing of the year is dogs. We've had so many dogs in our life this year. I became an official wag walker. Also, we are dog sitters and dog walkers, and we are broke musicians and performers. So if you need us to walk your dog,
doesn't she look fierce and teal?
This puppy was eating my hair.
I know what you're thinking, Dan. That's seafoam. I don't care.
Oh man, we've had so much fun with dogs this year.
I love dogs.
They are literally the best. Look at
wow, there's a big comment coming in that needs to be.
Oh, Julie Sterling. Oh my gosh, I remember your dad from his 96th birthday. So hard. Oh yeah. Okay, let me tell you something. Performing for veterans is something that I miss a lot.
We still do it. It's just different.
It's very different because we either do it and we're 6 feet away. Like I love hugging on people, and I love kissing them and making them feel a little more loved as they are. Is how we try to make them feel when we just snuggle up next to them or sing in their eyes and stuff like that. And when you have to stay distanced, it's so different. And
I mean, you're the connective tissue there. I'm just the brains, the brawn, the wit, and the sex appeal.
You know what? The other day we had a magic moment. We've had a few. We actually went masked to a 100-year-old woman's house.
And there she is. She looks great.
Segue. This is our favorite dog
Millie.
in the world. Sorry, other dogs. This dog's name is Millie, and we fell in love with her so much. We were dog sitting her, and I wanted to run away with her. Literally, leave the state with her. I love her so much. Yeah, dogs are the best. And this is our doggy, Jake, who lives in our backyard and who is the best. So it's been amazing. It's been an amazing year. We moved, obviously, this year, as most of you know, to Boonville, and it's just been kind of incredible. But we are not the only ones that have had an amazing year. Yep. No, that is not true.
Guys, here's the thing. I am going to say something controversial. Maybe it's not controversial. COVID is a tragedy. COVID sucks. Everyone knows this. We are very fortunate in the sense that we don't have dependents. We don't have children. We're not teachers. We are not.
For those of you who have children, that doesn't mean you're not.
What I mean is that you've had exponentially more obstacles thrown your way because of the COVID pandemic.
And teachers, my heart goes out to you.
I feel for all of you so much. We are probably in the most fortunate position where we're just us, and we don't have.
Only our entire careers have been taken away.
But because of that, we've really adapted, and I have had, artistically speaking, the most prolific year of my entire life. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to switch gears and create things.
To be forced to switch gears, by the way. We always have the opportunity to shift gears, but I promise you, I would be doing the same thing because it was working, right? Why would I change? I would be doing the same kind of performance and the same kind of thing. And COVID forced me to get out of my groove. And I love it.
The thing is that sometimes in life, things that suck happen. But the real sign of mettle and endurance is being able to take those circumstances and use them to your advantage. And we put out feelers to ask people to chime in if they had to talk about how they flipped 2020 on its ear and made the negative into a positive, or adapted to the new normal, as it's being called. And we had 5 people who came in, and some of them are tuning in tonight. Ooh. And they offered their viewpoints on what they've done to adapt to the pandemic. So
we would like to show you some of these people right now. And as you're reading their stories, please, as you're listening to their stories, please type in the comments some of your successes of 2020.
We'd love to hear it.
We've heard enough of the negative. We know. And we know, and we're sad, and we're with
sorry,
you.
And yep.
But let's take a moment and just put in the comments right now your biggest success and your biggest happy moment of 2020. And please listen to these inspiring people.
Hey guys, it's Amy Turner.
Hello, I'm Kate Partridge.
My name is David Lane.
I'm Myra Miller.
My name is Adrian Dion Quarles.
I am a multi-purpose musician.
My mission is to evolve, evoke, and inspire the community through music and movement.
For the past 4 years, Pocktown Piano has been operating here in my home.
I'm a World War II researcher.
I think the best way to describe myself is artist.
My life turned upside down, March 13th of 2020.
Almost everything I had to do with live performance has either gone away completely or been seriously cut.
This is Amelia. Yes, you can say hi. She was born just 2 weeks after we went into shelter-in-place mode in North Carolina.
I was about to be the title character in Clinton Vesta's short play, Eclipse Chaser.
And that is when I had to completely adapt my business from being in person to just a couple of classes being virtual to everything being virtual.
And I was about to be Horatio in the Billy Frank Theater production of Much Ado About Nothing. 2 roles I was really excited about.
Back in March, when I heard that schools were closing and my policy at that time was to close when schools closed, I thought it is time to get creative.
I can't finish the jobs that I had for all my clients. So what do? You turn to positivity and you keep moving forward.
It was a very, very quick learning curve.
The pandemic has given me a chance to like rewind and reset and rebuild myself.
As a composer and an arranger, I've been much more on demand this year.
Closing was not an option for me, so thankfully I have a super geek husband who helped me outfit my studio for virtual piano lessons in the span of about a weekend.
My family and I, we published Soldier Stories, Volume 1. See up there? We were very proud of that book, and then we had people want to have us do a second volume. Well, I got so busy with Footsteps researchers, it kept getting on the back burner. And guess what? The good news about the pandemic was that we finished Volume 2.
I took this idea that I've had for a couple of years of starting a podcast and finally started one this year.
One thing that the pandemic did was, digitalize my hustle.
We've put together special boxes and, online classes that they can do when on their own rather than, live classes.
That podcast is called Life in the Pit, and it is dedicated to telling the stories of those who play music for musical theater.
This is one of my main teaching devices where I host meetings, and you can see at the top the preparation involved for this new creativity and this new way of learning. There are about a zillion tabs up here.
So I dropped like 2 readings that I wrote. One called Battle of the Books and the other called Aprende Español.
Look, it's here. Look how thick it is. 384 pages.
Right now we're in very testing times. Times that test your faith, test your belief, test your sanity.
What has surprised me the most is how fabulous and refreshing this change could be.
Me, I choose to keep my eyes on the Most High.
You just segue. That's all you do. You figure out what tools you have, what people you have, and you do something different.
To get creative and to help people realize that even in a challenging time, music doesn't have to stop, learning doesn't have to stop. We can still spend a lot of quality time together in a different way, and it can be really great.
It's just been a great learning opportunity on how you can keep going if that's what you want to do. And I do. I want to keep going.
There are still opportunities for everybody that are different, but have an open mind and don't stop doing what you love to do, and just find ways to share that whenever you can. Thanks.
My heart. If you want to get in touch with any of the people, by the way, that you just saw, check them out right over here.
On the big screen,
On
the
the
one
big
that you
screen.
can't possibly miss. Try as you might.
I have to tell you, I love all of these people. They have been inspirations to me for a really long time. I don't know why this is happening.
Because you're on Earth.
So Kay Partridge, when you say that there is ways to adapt out there.
There is ways to adapt out there.
I can't even talk right now. If you say, when you said that last thing about there's so many ways that you can adapt if that's what you want to do, and you know that you want to do that, let me tell you something. You are one of the most passionate people I've ever met, and you will always get what you want, and you will always be where you want to be. And it's because you help people.
This is the thing, guys. The measure of a person is not what they do in times of ease. I think it's what they do in the times of struggle. It's not bringing, as we say in season screening, if you just want to bring the joy when the joy bringing is easy, it's not what being an elf is all about.
Exactly. And Dan's an elf, so he knows.
Really,
but
though,
it's so
like,
true.
When people
bravery is that word, right? When we chose our season of bravery at Spring Theater last year, we had no idea that it was going to have the meaning that it had this year. 100% of what we were going to do got changed. By the way, it didn't get canceled. It got changed. We didn't get to do our production of Children of Eden. Instead, we did Lock-In. We didn't get to do our summer camp of Footloose. Instead, we did socially distanced online masked camps.
But I have to tell you, the work we would have done would have been great, fulfilling, excellent, wonderful.
And easy.
Easier. But the work, these are the times in our history where real notable work and art and change and compassion and outreach is born. Necessity is the mother of invention. And if you take times of necessity and you rise to the occasion of having to meet that and the challenge and the struggle and the fear of having to meet those moments, those I think are the moments that matter the most in our life.
Can I tell you, I promise you that whatever you want to do, you can do it. There is a way. It may not be, as David said, it may not be the same opportunities that we have, or it may not be the way that you exactly envisioned it, but I promise you, whatever you want to do, there's a way. And I also want to just say right now, we are here for you. And I don't mean that as a flighty statement. I mean that if you want to reach out to us for advice or a shoulder to lean on, we're here, guys. We're literally a Facebook message away.
Yeah.
Or we're an email away.
We're people.
Yeah, we love y'all.
We are elevated by contact with you guys. So if you ever need something or want something or just don't even know if those things apply, just reach out.
Don't stop believing in yourself no matter what happens. I know for the performers out there, the world's shut down. I know for the teachers out there, you may not be wanting to teach online anymore. No matter what's happening, I promise you can do it. And keep on keeping on. Thank you guys for the 5 people that inspired us today physically. Physically.
I know what you mean. She means of the ones that we highlighted.
Well, just because I've been so inspired today by all these stories that have been pouring in from all of you right now.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for sharing those stories, for taking the time in your busy lives and your busy schedules, because you're all hustlers. All 5 of you are hustlers and you make the most out of things. So it's not always easy to stop and make a video. Thank you for doing that, because I genuinely think that you inspired people today. And if you're out there listening, I tell my kids this every time we do a summer show. And I didn't get to tell them this year because we didn't get to do a summer show. But once you have created something, no matter what it is, please share it with someone else. And please don't be hard on yourself when you're sharing. I think a lot of people, as my dad used to say, find someone you don't have to suck your gut in next to. Be you, because you're awesome just the way you are. I promise you. It's not just a phrase.
I'll tell you what, there's this be yourself, because everyone else is already taken.
Yeah.
And I know that's corny and cheesy and I don't know,
but it's
cartoonish, but it's very true. And I feel like not enough people spend enough time loving themselves and hurtling head on towards bringing the unique quality. There are many people who are like you in many ways,
but
no one has the cocktail of genes and talents and skill and mindset and spirit that you have. Bring that to the earth, because we're here for a short time and then we're gone, and the earth deserves you.
Just look at all these people and how different they are and how beautiful they are. I love all of you, and I mean that. Myra Miller, you're an incredible woman. She's the one that took us to France, by the way, and we got to perform with World War II veterans on Normandy Beach. She made that happen. She's amazing. Just as amazing as Braxton Allen is, who's an incredible performer who sings and made a studio for himself, and through COVID has made his voice better and has put himself out. I love you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for being here every week. You lift us up. David Lane brought up, and it got left on the cutting room floor just for time. It was already a 5-minute video. Come on, guys. But he said he read a book this year that talks about intrinsic versus extrinsic goal setting. So if you put something out there with an extrinsic
which basically
strategy,
means if you're doing something to get a paycheck, if you're doing something to get a like or a comment.
If the value of what you're doing is tied up in, again, the things you don't have control over, the likes you get, the attention it receives, the commentary that it brings back to you, you're going to end up in a place, or likely going to end up in a place, where you're not doing the work for the right reasons. If you do the work in a way where you say, I don't care if I get paid, I don't care how many likes this gets, I will still have found this work worthwhile, then I think you're doing the right thing at the right time in the right way, and you're going to find joy and happiness from that work.
So if you're anyone and if you've put something out there that's gotten 3 likes and you were expecting 5,000, be grateful that 3 people got to see your work, and know that even just one of them could have been changed. And that is enough. I promise you.
And once again, we have had a challenging year. It's a challenging year to be a human being on Earth, as I say in the few letters from home shows that we've managed to cobble together this year. But please don't forget that at the core of it all is a community of wonderful people and a beautiful place.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, in the dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of a rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, not much, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yes. Thank you for joining us this Tuesday and every Tuesday. We'll see you next year.
We will see you next year. Love you.
Bye.